With Shawn to my right, Shane Diefenbach to my left on this fabulous Friday. I'm just kidding, I'm Shane Diefenbach. I got little boy Totri, big boy Shawn here. How we doing, guys?
Feels weird. It feels weird that you're here. Like, just from the height perspective, it doesn't feel right.
I think it feels great. I mean, I feel comfortable.
I feel like I'm slouched down a little bit, so there's still definitely a peak. And but I'm always in this seat. So
well, we're live here from Buds-A-Palooza, downtown Phoenix, with OGs hooking it up with the table. We're feeling nice outside of Bud's
Glass joint.
Sure.
That's the place.
Fantastic place. It's beautiful outside, beautiful vibes, beautiful weather, and a beautiful dub last night.
Oh my goodness, dude! This team, ASU softball, is unbelievable. I looked pretty bad saying that they were the best team in the country at the start of the week, and I see it. They're the best team in the damn country, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Listen, I mean, Oklahoma still will have something to say about that, but they're pretty good. I tweeted last night, they're a wagon. Like, this is a team that clearly can't be stopped. They can be down however much, and they're gonna work their way out of it. At least they have over these last stretch of games.
Well, last night was a little bit different. ASU found themselves down late, but freshman Sydney Sanders had something to say about it. We got a video that we're going to play right now. Eric List on Twitter gave this beautiful piece, an absolute jack over the left field scoreboard. My goodness, that ball went far.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard about it before I saw it, and I just everyone was like, "Oh, it was a rocket! It was a rocket!" And I'm like, "Okay, no, it disappeared into the night."
You couldn't see it. Like, you genuinely.
It literally disappears into the night.
This home run brought ASU to tie it. Utah ended up taking the lead. This was in the 6th inning, but ASU prevails, winning the game 10-9 in the 8th. Gentlemen, can you get too ahead of yourself with a team like this?
No. Like, maybe when they had hit the 8 in a row, 10 in a row, but like at that point, you're like, okay, maybe it's just luck at that point.
Yeah.
But when you're at 17, 18 in a row, you have not lost in conference, you have not lost on the road, like, that is something to be scared of if you are anyone else in the Pac-12.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Oklahoma is still probably the best team in the country, but if you want to talk about within this conference and basically up until the point that they would have to meet Oklahoma, I don't know if there's anyone better than them right now.
It's just phenomenal to see. It's kind of like when comparing to one bad team with a good team is a little mean, but when ASU basketball went on their run, it was fun to see them win in different ways, you know, and ASU softball had been dominating for so long, they almost needed a game like this, kind of steamrolling through teams like Oregon. It was good to see them kind of have to prevail through a tough fought battle like this one against Utah in Tempe.
Yeah, 100%. I think outside of the play, because that's obviously going to get all the hype, right? They came from behind. We mentioned the homer, and they won in extras, but like, to have so much faith now in the coaching, right? We've talked about how Trisha Ford was an underrated coach at ASU. She does what they've been doing this season, and then now to win this game in extras, like, I mean, she deserves the most flowers out of anybody here.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I had high hopes once we like first started getting into the season about like what this could be, but I didn't expect this. And obviously the players do their part, but Coach Ford is so undervalued.
The catalyst of this team. ASU baseball also played last night. They got a dub. 14-12 was the final score. A very ASU baseball-esque win against USC, coming off a win where they put up 21 runs. Are the bats hot again?
I mean, I don't know, dude. We talked about this early in the week where it's just like, I don't think this team knows, like, when they wake up in the morning if it's going to be a good day or a bad day. Yeah. Like, they're just, whenever they get out on the field, it's either, like, good vibes, bad vibes. Like, last night, good vibes. But normally, it's been pretty bad vibes.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take more than 2 straight games for me to have full confidence in this team. But, I mean, when the question after they had such a big win was going to be, are they going to come out flat like they tend to do sometimes, or are they going to manage to keep it going? And the fact that they managed to keep it going is good. It feels good to see that they knock the inconsistency at least a little bit. But
the pitching's still a question. Yeah, clearly.
Exactly. Yeah, 12 runs.
Do you want to focus on that, or do you just want to stay away and be like, hey, look, ASU baseball scored runs? Like, as a fan, what would you rather be doing? Do you think you have to pay attention to it?
I think you have to, but as a fan at this point in the
aluminum
season,
bats. The aluminum bats are just you score runs easier. I swear to God.
At this point in the season, like, if you're an ASU baseball fan, like, I don't think you're worried. Like, oh my God, yeah, we won, but the pitching's here. Like, at this point, you saw the dub, and you're going to your fridge to grab a beer and just celebrate. Yeah. Like, a win's a win for ASU baseball right now.
Speaking of grabbing a beer to celebrate, a question that was asked on the Phoenix Sports Podcast today that we didn't get to talk about: would you rather be sorrow drinking after a loss or celebrating after a win? And what would you be drinking in both scenarios?
Well, wouldn't you always rather?
Yeah, wouldn't you always rather win? That was a real question.
Some people find
losing fun.
Sure.
Not I.
Self-pity. Well,
that's crazy.
What's your go-to damn it drink? Like, tough loss.
Whiskey on the rocks.
Oh, that's such a Totri answer.
What do you want from me?
No, it's not a bad answer, Mr. Fox Cigar Bar.
I mean, at this point, you have fully converted me to the tequila soda.
Tequila soda,
but that's not a lost drink.
Tequila soda is an everything drink. Yeah. Literally, does not matter what happens.
So why'd you ask the lost or the win drink if you had the same one?
Well, because me and Shawn are men of culture, and we know that the tequila soda reigns supreme above everything.
What does that have to do with culture? Shawn hasn't seen like 95% of Disney and or Pixar movies.
I've seen most. This is just some new
Give
ones.
Give me 3 right now off the top of your head. Pixar, not Disney. Go.
Pixar, Finding Nemo, all 4 Toy Stories, Incredibles, Monsters Inc.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I should have said more than the number I did. But fine.
I didn't even. I have more, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'll not give you time to think.
We got our sports section out of the way.
Okay.
This is a festival after all. It's a palooza of sorts. So we're gonna have some fun. But before we get into it, I'll tell you guys how to have some fun on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Man, me and Shawn have started to do something.
Drinking tequila sodas.
No, that has started way in the past. We're going to back Julio Rodriguez until he can hit a home run. We're going to keep betting on him. Right? I got him this morning at plus 700 to hit a home run. Shawn got him at plus 650. I'm just a little bit quicker to the draw, but that's okay. When you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, everybody's quick to the draw because live betting is easy. It's safe. It's secure. It's reliable. You can deposit and withdraw the cash whenever you want. But right now, if you're an NBA fan, you can bet just $5 on any team in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And get $150 in free bets. Win or lose, it doesn't matter what happens. So if you're like Johnny and you're in love with the Brooklyn Nets, you can bet on them. And even if they lose, you get $150.
Why does he love the Nets?
In free bets. I think he just loves Kyrie Irving's storyline so much. I'm a little surprised that he went away from his Jason Tatum fandom, something that I was not too fond of to begin with, but whatever.
Maybe Johnny's a flat earther. You think that? Maybe Johnny believes in the whole flat earth thing. That's why he likes Kyrie. Like, yo, it's possible. You saw the way he chugs a beer, you know. That seems like a flat earther type of thing to do.
Johnny got exposed this entire week. We're not going to continue on the Sun Devils show. Guys, I said it this morning on bets, but I made a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week on bets.
Did you?
And I think I made it on the Sun Devils show last week. So why don't you guys give the people the DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week right now? Ooh. What do you guys like?
I like CJ McCollum under rebounds. What, bro? I took that. I deadass took that. Boy, he had 6 rebounds last game. Before that, he never gets any boards, and it's set at 4.5 right now.
I just think it's so funny that, like, that is your stone cold lock.
Dude, that's a fucking lock.
Injected in the veins. Give me
CJ McCollum under rebounds.
Shawn?
Take it right now.
Cavs money line.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Cavs?
Oh, it's going on.
Oh, my God.
I didn't realize how late it was.
How much time is in the game? First quarter?
I'm live
up
betting.
by 12 in the first?
You're live betting.
Gave
You're
it out
live
on
betting.
bets this morning.
That, actually.
Just saying. But yeah, so download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use that promo code PHNX when you sign up. Bet just $5 on any NBA team to win their game, win or lose. Get $150 in free bets when you sign up using that promo code PHNX this week at the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. That's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Minimum $5 deposit required. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Guys,
Dad?
we got to think a little outside the box just because of where we are right now. This is an outside the box setup. We're outside. So we're going to bring a new segment into the fold, something that I had been thinking of for a while. I just couldn't come up with a name for it. It's called Wrong Answers Only. And basically what this segment is...
Shawn gives those all the time to every question.
You know that's not true.
You've been playing this game forever, bro, and you're great at it.
I'm the meat of a bad take sandwich. Bad take bread.
Bad take sandwich.
I'm the meat of a bad take bread sandwich.
I dispute the idea that my takes
Can I be the top bread?
No, we'll put you on your side.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely. If I was bread, you know.
Before we get into this, before we get into Wrong Answers Only, let's just talk about that. If you're a bread fresh out the oven, what type of bread are you? I'm for sure ciabatta. There's not a doubt in my mind.
Yo, ciabatta goes hard.
Ciabatta goes fucking stupid.
I want to be croissant bread, but secretly I know when
croissant bread, isn't that what's it called? Pastry. There's a name for it. I don't know.
Okay, look. I'm going to get ahead of this. I want to be croissant bread, but I know that y'all are going to say when you open like the Wonder Bread, like the flat ass, like just the shit bread that people throw away at the start of every bread. I feel like y'all going to say I'm going to get ahead of it. I'm going to just get ahead of it.
Honestly,
you are so afraid of being berated that you
I'm
turtle up before anything happens.
I had to, bro.
That was crazy.
I'm coming with him, dude.
Come here, buddy.
I'm coming with him,
dude.
dude.
Man. It's
coming
okay.
with him.
I can honestly say that I was not thinking that before you said it.
That never entered my mind.
No.
Not even once, no.
So, geez.
So what kind of bread am I?
Yeah, very simple question.
Part of me wants to... I just want to say a variety of restaurant breads.
I think, you know what you are?
Like the Outback brown bread.
You could be that.
I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to cross a boundary here.
Fair enough. But it is good, and it's fitting.
It is really good. All right, so Wrong Answers Only. Basically what it is I'm going to give you guys a topic, and you're going to give me an invention for that topic, but that would be just a terrible idea. The worst invention you can give for this. So today's topic is arcade games, and I'll go first to set it off to see where I'm going with this. My idea for a really bad arcade game would be like a VR headset, completely encapsulated, one of the really realistic looking graphics ones, but you just live the life that you currently live. So all you're doing, like for example, for me, I'd put on the headset and I'd drive 30 minutes to work and I'd be like, fuck, I have to make an intro for Cardinals. And that's the light, and you get experience points. I'm like, I only got 5 XP for creating a graphic for Johnny that he wanted at 2 p.m. That is my idea for the worst arcade game ever.
That's a pretty shitty arcade game.
It sounds awful, doesn't it? I'm going to escape reality by going back into it.
Sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
It does.
I couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine that.
Honorable mention, a machine at an arcade that just tickles you and you see how long you last.
Oh, dude, that'd be electric.
Bro. No, it might be electric on its face, but then when I think of arcade games now, I think of like arcade games that have been at arcade for a minute that are really like
Pac-Man?
Like dirty and old. So
you think of dirty old arcade games?
Yeah.
Ew.
That's my thought of arcade games. Like when I think about an arcade game, I just think of like my experience where they're like not working well and they're dirty and stuff like that.
Like rusted?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I guess they're just dirty. They get
dirty. What was your answer?
I didn't give one yet.
We're talking about he goes to dirty old arcade games.
Do you have one?
I'm gonna let him go first.
I don't know. Like I feel like some of the video games that exist are.
It doesn't have to be a video game. It could be an arcade game.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Could be either.
Like a Peloton.
You calling that a game?
It's like, or like, there's a. Hold on, wait.
What?
At the gym at Syracuse, there was a bike that you literally could like. It had a video game built into it.
Okay.
And they were exercise bikes.
Yeah, where you like go on courses and shit. Yeah, it's like literally all of them.
Race people and stuff like that. Yeah, that's like they make it a game. They make it like basically an arcade game. That shit sucks.
I don't know, dude.
That's your invention, something that already exists.
That already exists, bro.
I'm not. That's my point. I'm saying that like the worst kind of arcade game that I can think of is one that already exists.
Okay. Mine is, so you know how the other day we were talking about how the claw is rigged?
Yeah.
So mine is, it's literally a traditional like Pac-Man built like setup. You go up and instantly you are playing the claw, and every time It grabs the one you want, and literally it goes, it drops, it bounces off the thing, and comes back, and that's the game. It's just you losing to a rigged claw the whole time.
You said Pac-Man.
No, like the setup. You know, like it's not like on an Xbox or like a bike.
Just talking
about a joystick. So like an actual.
That's what I'm saying.
Charles Woodall Pike in the comments saying Shane basically described the Roy game from Rick and Morty. We talked about that before the show.
Exactly.
But at least you're escaping your own life by entering somebody else's first. Josh Hunt said a game that simulates arcade games, basically. So you get on an arcade game and then you're playing
someone
playing.
Like
the claw. Like the claw.
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Ooh, we got Derek.
Pull up a chair.
Derek's on.
So Derek will be joining us. For those on audio that can't see this, the mayor of PHNX. Why don't we go ahead and scoot over a little bit?
Are you guys behaving yourselves?
I think I'm behaving.
I doubt that.
Shane's never behaving.
I know.
I'm the best behaved man on the planet.
Really? On the planet?
Derek, I feel like you have an answer for this.
Let's go.
What would be the worst arcade game you could build right now? My answer was a life simulator where you just go through the course of your own life.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It sounds awful.
Yeah. That sounds pretty bad. I would say anything that's pandemic related. I don't want to play a video game I don't want to relive the pandemic.
Why was that a thing?
I don't want that to be a game.
Why was that a thing in the pandemic where like 6 pandemic movies came out? You're like, I don't want to watch that.
Like, I don't want pandemic content during or post-pandemic.
No.
I've had it. I lived through it. I'm good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's...
So a pandemic-themed video game?
Yeah, no, that sounds awful.
But like staying at home.
There actually is a board game called Pandemic, and it's really not bad. It's a pretty fun game.
It's a great game.
Yeah, it's
big board game guy? I'm a huge board game guy.
Yeah, I'm a big board game guy. I
haven't played a board game in so long.
I love board games.
You talk about arcade games. I got from Arcade One Up a board game table that you can play games on it, like a touch table. Yeah, it's
love that.
Again, here at Buds-A-Palooza, it would be a great way to spend your afternoon is playing that right about now.
So, Derek, I know kind of what encapsulates this festival is escaping reality a little bit.
Sure.
But can we just bring it back down to earth? What the fuck is going on with the Diamondbacks this morning?
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Just a little bit.
No, see,
you're the mayor. We have to.
I come on this show to escape my problems, not bring them to you. I'm living this. Well, I think today was a perfect example of like everything going wrong so far in their games. They've had something go wrong, like the offense has been kind of, crappy. They haven't been able to buy a hit at times, but they've been extremely patient. The starting pitching has been good. Sometimes the relief pitching has been good. Sometimes they can score some runs, but like they're having a hard time putting it all together. And, I think it's a lot of information. I think they're trying to take on new information from these new coaches and put it into practice, right? Like it's easy to be told stuff, but to actually implement it. And again, because of the spring training situation, they haven't been around these coaches much. They've maybe had 1 month around these coaches at this point. So not a lot of time to get to know them and to, learn their philosophies and try to get it, into practice, right? With that being said, I don't know why the hell they can't hit a goddamn baseball. It's so frustrating to watch them not be able to hit a baseball. I have seen this team hit baseballs before. I know they're capable of it, every single one of them. But right now, it seems like none of them can do it, and that part sucks. Like watching them struggle as a whole, from the first hitter in the lineup to the ninth, it's rough. God bless Seth Beer for bringing us that opening day walk off, and just in general being the only guy that seems to be able to hit the ball regularly.
So Derek, we talked about this briefly before you joined us. What type of bread would you be if you could be any bread?
Oh man,
you seem like a bread guy.
I am a bread guy. I love bread. I love bread. French bread.
Ooh.
French bread. Like a good, hot, freshly baked French bread.
French breads are like the insects of the bread world.
Right, because they have
on the outside,
the exoskeleton on the outside.
I was really curious where you're going with that.
I know where he was going with it right away.
Did I land it?
Right.
Like Simone Biles when she...
All right.
I thought you were saying like the field goal was good.
I had no idea what was going on there. Do I have to admit that an insect is an animal on this show?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, an insect is an animal.
Yeah, you don't think
it's factual.
Right? Do you actually believe that?
Yeah, I actually believe that. I mean,
it's not something you believe.
It's not something you believe.
Well, fair enough, yeah.
It's not like a lifestyle you adopt.
It's in the animal kingdom, so I mean, I don't understand how it's a question, but whatever.
Thank you.
Okay, does Johnny strike you as a flat earther?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
Yes.
he doesn't.
Does he
No.
strike me as a flat earther?
Yes.
John, you know why? Because I believe Johnny Venerable would have a random conspiracy theory that he believed. Not
Yeah,
a
but
lot
not
of
tell
them.
anybody.
He wouldn't be on
The
board
only
with a
person
lot
he
of
would
them.
tell is Frankie, his daughter.
Sure.
That's the only person he would ever
Well,
admit
because
to.
he would try to explain to her why it's true. He would be like, well,
His wife's done hearing
there's no
got a
actual
whiteboard.
pictures of the globe as a globe,
He's
right?
got a whiteboard in his basement. With all this.
All right. Well, since this is such a weird environment and
Yes.
it's a Friday fun day,
I'm coming over.
what I thought we would do is just kind of. We've already started a little bit, but bizarro questions. So I'm going to go with one of the most typical questions that you get asked in this type of category. How many 4-year-olds could you take in a fight? We'll go right to left, Shawn.
Oh, jeez.
Because I feel like you're going to say like 450 or
No.
infinite.
No. I have terrible stamina, so I'm not going to be able to fight these things off very long.
These things, like they're creatures. Get off me, foul beast.
I mean, if 4-year-olds are trying to fight me, then
do
they
you
are
think
just
it would be
things.
harder to fight 4-year-olds if you knew all of their names?
Yes, of course.
No, it'd be so
Not
much
why-
easier.
Why would it be
It would
harder?
be so much easier.
Not personally, but like just knew
Knew their
all of their names.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I
you
mean,
the
I
question.
think you could get their attention by calling their names out loud, and that way that would give you some sort of advantage. It would.
So it would be easier.
You'd be like, Tommy. He'd be like, what? Like, where?
Are you
Yeah,
talking-
exactly.
you're talking
Like,
physically or emotionally easier?
4-year-olds aren't used to having things shouted at them just yet, right?
So how many 4-year-olds are you gonna fight?
Me?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
let me get Shawn's first.
go.
I
gotta
don't
get Shawn.
know,
We gotta
like-
get Shawn.
Come on.
4-year-olds. They can. I don't know. Like,
You're putting way too much thought
20?
in this.
Yeah.
20?
That's
20.
I could definitely fight more than
20.
like,
56
if my
is my cap.
56?
56.
Oh yeah.
I can tell that none of you have fought a fucking 4-year-old. None of you have fought a 4-year-old.
No.
And I'm going to say this because I would say 8. 8 at the most is how many I can take. Are you talking about boys? 4-year-old boys are mean. They are mean as shit. They will punch you right in the junk, and they will not have any kind of remorse about it. You're not taking 20 of them. Are you kidding me?
I'm taking.
That's a
20.
whole
I'm taking
classroom?
30.
No.
I'm taking 30. of those.
yeah,
Absolutely
when you put
not.
it like
30
that
of
as a
them.
whole classroom, I start to
No.
picture it.
No. You guys, none of you have actually fought small children.
Wait, whoa, hold the fuck on. I just realized we all just glossed over this. You're saying you're like gatekeeping fighting small children. Like I've fought them before.
I'm just
you
saying.
guys haven't?
I'm just saying.
When have you fought
I have-
small
Gandalf.
children?
I am
That
an
was like
uncle.
Gandalf of the fighting
I'll give
children.
I'll give you where I have. I was a camp counselor for the YMCA. I was a daytime daycare counselor, and
That'd be
with the
electric.
kids, we roughhoused. Especially me liking WWE, the kids knew I did,
fair.
and they loved to like come over and start
Makes it a
fighting me
little bit
and
better.
doing wrestling.
Okay.
Right? That is the moment that I realized that I cannot take as many of these as I thought I could.
Jeez. I
Because
love they're
when
like
they come
zombies.
at you all at once, they have a coordinated attack plan
Do
that
they
you wouldn't
though?
believe. They really do.
Okay, that's
Okay,
They know to
that's
go
the
to
one
the
thing
knees.
that I was like, I
They
don't
come
think
from
they-
behind. They're awful.
So,
They're monsters.
so
I'm
how
telling
is this?
you that
How
right
is
now.
this? What is like the circumstances of this fight? Is it like one? Like is it like one after the other, or is it like a horde of?
Is it?
Because that
It's
changes
a
it.
horde. It's a horde. I thought he was saying like I thought he was saying like why is this happening? I thought he was getting into like diplomacy. He's like, did you take their candy?
That's
Who
what
sent
I
them at
thought. I'm
you?
like, you took his lunch. That's where I was
No,
going.
no.
So 37? Is that what you said?
I said 20,
20. Okay.
bro.
Okay.
Where'd you get 37 from?
I don't know.
If this was a game show, I would be like, prove it. Let's go right now. I want to see you
All right.
fight 20.
We passed the children. All done with the children for now?
Fine.
Yeah.
I guess.
What's
yeah.
worse, a child or a gnome in terms of fighting?
Oh my god,
Oh.
no. Are you
No.
kidding?
Yeah, no is way
Yeah,
worse.
no.
Aren't those things
serious?
evil?
What? Yes, they're so evil.
Yeah, like you see, like the
I'm just
How many
kidding.
hundreds of
crazy.
years
I
of
don't have an
experience
opinion.
do a gnome have? Like,
What is a
That's
gnome?
like saying, would you rather fight a guy or a guy with a knife?
right,
A guy.
right, a guy.
I'm not fighting a
I'll
gnome.
take my chances without the knife.
Not
Yeah.
only are gnomes fiercer, but they're also more mean-spirited.
Yes.
They have agendas.
They have
like
magic
he's
powers.
but
Yeah,
Totri's
why
thinking of like the cute little
I'm
gnomes that sit in front
thinking like
lawns.
a Romeo and Juliet kind of gnome.
No.
Those are
Like-
still evil.
Historically,
Those
like
are the
gnomes.
worst ones.
That is
Damn.
such a Totri movie.
Oh my god.
How is that?
Stop watching
Yeah.
kids movies,
Next
Totri.
question.
That's on me for not getting ahead of it this
Next
time.
question. I asked this on the Sun show a couple times. Derek,
I'm gonna go.
all right,
I'm gonna
appreciate
go.
you
Thank you
joining
for
us,
me
Mayor.
coming.
Thanks for talking baseball.
See
Thank
ya.
you, thank you.
I'm
And
gonna go
babies and
watch
bread.
the Diamondbacks. Yeah. I'm telling you, you guys can't fight as many children as you think you can.
All right, well, the next thing I asked this on the Sun show about a month ago. I want to say, if animals could talk, which one would be the most rude?
The most rude?
Yeah,
Like a honey badger.
No, cats. Have you ever met a cat, bro?
I feel like cats wouldn't be rude. They would just be like, they would keep to themselves, and then they're like, because they only really mess with you if you bother them.
Cats.
Like, yeah. Like,
the most mean. Like,
most
verbally?
rude. The most
verbally,
rude.
yes, the most rude.
Oof. I feel like emus would be pretty mean.
You know who's gonna have a good answer to this? Our marketing man. Our first appearance on a show.
Ooh.
The one, the only, Max Simpson
Let's
is
go.
joining us
What's
right
up,
now.
dude?
Our guy who conquered this deal, who got it for us, who got us in this spot doing all the heavy lifting. Max, how you doing?
Well, that's me.
Let's get you in more.
Oh,
Let's do this.
There's a camera on. Don't forget.
All right. So the question I just asked them.
Yeah.
If animals could talk, which one would be the most rude?
shoot.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I didn't give my answer. I think I would say emus just because of how mean they look. What?
A moose. A moose.
A
Would,
moose?
Is an emu?
Emu.
Is an emu an ostrich?
I said that.
yeah, it's similar to an
Oh,
ostrich. Yeah.
I definitely said emu.
Did he?
I did not hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
Bro, I'm going to go back in the...
Producer, did we get an emu from Totri at any point in the show? I don't think we did. That's a no.
Bro.
I think you just thought it in your head.
Don't do this to me,
Yeah, I
man.
think you did too.
Don't do this
The
to me.
emoji's got you going crazy, huh?
Shit. I go with a rhinoceros.
Oh, that's a good one.
You got to think they're kind of ornery animals.
Mhm.
They're big. They got that horn. What do you do with that? And plus, like, man, it's got to be a miserable life just being a brute.
Yeah, and there's
just a brute.
And there's always
I didn't think of
flies on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was yours?
A moose.
Okay, this is the second part of the answer. What does it sound like?
I feel like it's like snorts, like.
Give an insult to the camera on what a moose would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
like what they would say in real life.
Yeah. and
Oh,
what would they sound like?
I feel like they're like a mean New Yorker.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, hey, I'm walking here, like that kind of New Yorker.
So an emu to me would probably sound like a really high pitched voice, but male. I would say. So it'd be like, "Fuck you," like that kind
Like
of.
a gnome. That sounds like a gnome.
Yeah, that sounds like a gnome. Like a gnome. Give me back my gardening tools. That's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
You should do some voice acting.
That's
I think I could
quality.
too.
That's
I think you
quality
could do
stuff.
gnome voice acting.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm not hiding behind this bush right now. Totri, what would yours sound like? The answer that you never gave.
I said emu. I said emu
What does
like
an emu sound like?
confidently. I feel like. Oh. I don't know, dude.
You got to choose a different animal.
All right,
You-
we'll come back to you,
I
Max.
said
What does a
I said
rhino sound
emu.
like?
Hey there. Excuse me. I'm just trying to walk here.
My man's not even moving his lips.
A rhinoceros has a lot of way to move his lips, man. It's not moving much.
The rhino's
slow
Fair
selling.
enough.
I feel like the rhino's
It's a
selling
sur-
illegal
it's a
things.
surly.
The way the rhino talks.
Totri?
Okay, so I can't say emu, so I'm gonna say a lemur.
Okay.
I feel like
Ooh,
lemurs
that's a good answer.
are
I do like that. A monkey is a
Quality
good one.
answer.
Give me my banana, punk. I think that's what that would sound like, bro.
Like a little
do
mafia
lemurs-
member?
Do lemurs eat bananas? I think they eat like feed, don't they?
Really?
Like domesticated
In
ones.
like Madagascar
Well, yeah,
ones?
most domesticated
No,
animals.
no,
eat
but
feed of
like,
some sort.
but like, I feel like it's berries and I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it
trying
up.
to remember
I'm going
Zaboomafoo.
banana.
Remember that show with the-
Zaboomafoo was the
is that
most
a goated show?
elite.
That was,
Yes.
dude, you know that lemur died?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I figured. I don't think lemurs don't strike me as
But,
animals that
but
live
it
very long.
died more recently than you would think.
It's like a couple years ago.
Wait. You said a lemur?
Lemur.
Yeah, lemurs
His
eat
name's
fruit.
Wait. There
They-
is. We know what a lemur sounds like. Have you not seen Madagascar?
Of course.
Facts.
Yeah, you're right.
King Julian.
King
Yeah,
Julian.
but those are the four. Like, you don't know what they sound like from here. Like, what if they were born here?
Are you suggesting that they have different accents depending on where they're?
I think they would.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think that's a good
Like,
point.
what? You tell me animals don't have accents from where they're from?
Well, they don't because they don't.
Well,
Well, hold
hypothetically,
on.
they
Tell
would.
me the animals don't talk?
Like mating calls.
They talk to one
Do you
another.
think mating calls have a twang to it in the South?
No.
No.
Are we talking? Are we being serious now? Or are we still?
Yeah. They all sound like Brian Kelly.
I don't think we were ever being serious. We're talking about animals talking.
Yeah, fair enough. Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
His fake
accent.
Family.
Well, who would Brian Kelly be as an animal?
Ooh. Like a heron.
No, he'd be
a fish.
No, the big birds. Like a heron, but it can't fly.
He'd be like Dino.
A heron
from
with
Shark
no
Tales.
wings.
Okay.
What?
Dino's from Shark Tales.
What's that?
Shark Tales?
No, I know what Shark Tales is. What is Dino's?
No, Dino, the puffer fish.
I do not. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Thank you. Jeez.
You don't know what he's talking about?
He's
He's like the puffer fish, like that's like the bad guy in Shark Tale that has like
yeah.
mafia style accent.
Yeah. What would he be?
I think he might be a rhinoceros.
Yeah. that's a good
honestly
answer for it.
Quality stuff.
All right, last one of these fun ones before we move on. Anything that isn't edible, what would you like to eat?
Does it have a good flavor?
It can taste, well, what looks like it would have a good flavor?
Ooh. Oh, does it have to look like it has a good flavor?
No, just what do you want to eat? And then
like
you can say what it would taste like.
A tire?
Ooh,
That is a
such
good one.
good
But it
answer.
tastes like those chocolate gas station donut holes.
Oh!
Those donuts.
Oh.
Well, no, but that doesn't have the same consistency.
No, but it could in my world here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, if we're going like off,
What were you thinking?
kind of grass.
Was that the
like,
right answer for
That's a great answer.
okay.
I feel like grass would be a solid one. You could just pick a snack and
Grass
there
is
you go.
edible.
Well, yeah, but
You can eat grass. That's a terrible answer. Bad. Max?
It is edible, but parts of it. But I'm gonna go a cactus. Take out the little stickers, the suckers.
Yeah.
And then you got a nice little chewy outside, a little soft inside.
What's it taste like?
What's it taste like?
Oh, I can give you a basic
little
answer.
like sugar
Tide
cactus.
Ooh,
What?
sugar
Tide Pods.
cactus.
Sugar cactus.
Yeah, Tide Pod. This is the obvious
one,
one.
yeah.
The easy one. It's the
That was like the minus 150 odds.
it's
for
the
that one.
Anthony Edwards of the draft. It's
Fair.
going number one.
Okay.
It's elite. We know it. It looked so elite that you had to put a label on it telling people not to eat it.
That's fair.
I would say like
Ooh,
Nerf
toys, like Nerf footballs and stuff like that.
I was
Yes.
gonna say
Ooh,
styrofoam.
like
Okay,
cake.
yeah, there
It
you go.
tastes like cake.
Yeah. Anything
I'm
that,
gonna go with
that,
cake.
that would have a nice crunch to it.
A cannoli.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
like
I
it
want
tastes
a
like
cannoli
cannoli.
right
Yeah.
now.
There's-
I need a
there's-
cannoli.
I'm
Is
getting
there
a
cannolis here?
Yeah, I'm getting one after.
Well, Max,
Yes.
what's going on here? What is this?
Oh yeah. This is OG's. Let's see, we got a little.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were talking about the table's name was OG's.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, it kinda is, too.
This is our partner, OG's. We appreciate them having us out here. So at Buds-A-Palooza, they got the main stage, they got the OG's lounge, and really they've been awesome partners to work with throughout this entire thing. So we started up with them earlier this month, so April 1st, and it was not April Fool's, man. People, we saw all
people
the
thought
comments, people on social, everyone's like, "Hey, man, you guys aren't partnering with OG's." No, but we are, and they've been awesome. Giving us, gummies for the office, really just hooking us up, and just wonderful people to work with. They're just good vibes, man. Honestly, I can't say anything more than that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, their stuff is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just a good overall company.
Was yours tasty?
Yeah, it tastes like it was creamsicle.
All right, Max. Thank you so much for
Hey,
joining
thanks for
us.
having me,
We
guys.
got a special guest coming in a second.
Ooh.
What does it feel like biting into one? Huh?
A
Just
Nerf?
feel like
I feel like it feels like
happiness.
Yeah, it's like cotton candy almost.
Mm.
Like it melts in your mouth.
Love that.
What is up?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Ooh, love the fanny pack.
Right? Got some important stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you run this whole thing?
There was a team of us that had a vision, and we
A humble leader.
Yeah, we put it together.
We
and,
love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So, Sun Devil show, meet.
Bud, I
Bud,
am an alum.
wow.
I am a Sun Devil.
Fantastic.
Our football team sucks, but
It's okay.
hopefully
Hey.
the future is bright. But we'll see.
Well, you'll need a little bit of this type of environment to get through a lot of the sports that
Oh my
go
God.
on at Arizona State.
Yeah.
The only wagon right now, the only good team at Arizona State that we feel confident in, at least in season, is softball.
Okay.
But looking forward to football, what is your win total? What do you think they're going to hover around at? I say 6.
I was going to say 5 to 6. If Herm's the coach, could be less.
Yeah.
So we'll
Great
see how that
Great
goes.
answer.
You'd think with all the NFL guys they
Right.
brought in, they wouldn't be such a mess, but
Right.
it's. I mean, top-down leadership is an
It's
issue.
bad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it's brutal.
Well, they could learn a thing or two from this beautiful place.
Oh, yeah.
when you're, well, no, let's get into the fun questions because you weren't here when we did this. We'll rattle them off really quick. So the first one we asked, how many 4-year-olds could you take in a fight?
At one time.
At one time.
Horde mode.
30 maybe?
See?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I feel like
standard
that's
answer.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I said
the guy,
20.
The guy before here said 8. He couldn't take that
Wow,
many.
okay.
If animals could speak, which one would be the rudest?
Ooh, if animals could speak. I feel like owls would be.
Ooh,
that is a good
would
one.
be rude.
We all just owled.
I was just thinking a crow. I feel like birds would suck.
Yeah, birds would
my
probably
God, yeah.
a crow for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cats, I think, would be shitheads too.
It just depends on the cat.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't edible already, what would you want to eat? We said like styrofoam,
Got it.
It's in a tire.
but it tastes good.
Yeah.
It tastes good.
Right. Yeah, I think those are terrible answers. A cloud, I think, would
that is a very good
be
one.
pretty good.
Holy shit, that is a good one. That is a very good answer.
Better than styrofoam or a tire.
Honestly, tire is such an elite answer.
I thought we were thinking outside the box. You said cloud.
I still love it.
Game winner. That's a buzzer beater, dude.
That is a great answer.
So, what's your favorite part about just this everything going on? What made you kind of want to get into this space?
So, well, Bud's Glass Joint, we're going to be celebrating 10 years in September, and we throw a 420 party every year. And cannabis is legal now, is legal now. And we were like, well, let's take this to the next level. And we just said, well, what are all the cool things we would want to do at an event?
Yeah.
And put it together. And so we've got 14 of the best glass blowers in Arizona, 25 stand-up comedians. 8 awesome bands, 18 different food trucks that, like, you could get burgers that have a grilled cheese as the bread.
That's elite.
I mean, there's ice cream, stoner food. It's awesome. And then we got 4 of the funniest stoner movies playing. Little brutal with the sun right now on the LED screen, but once the sun goes down. So we've got Dazed and Confused is up now. Then we've got Super Troopers Half Baked, and we're ending the night with Up in Smoke.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. We saw there's a Sun Devil shirt inside of Buds. Where did that come from?
Well, my marketing, I like to steal things that people know. And I went to ASU. My wife went to ASU. We're near ASU. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, I got to show you guys. We've got the Sun ASU logo. We've got a Buds sticker that looks like that, and instead of the pitchfork, it's got a pot leaf. And then we were on national television with my Buds Suns shirt. So we have instead of Suns, it says Buds, and 420 is the number. So we made those for our last 420 party. But yeah, when I got lucky to sit courtside one game against when they played the Nets, and we made it on TV, and a bunch of my friends were all in the Suns.
That's awesome. Yeah, so sick. Yeah, the Sparky is in there. What is he hitting a bong?
Yeah, hitting a bong. Yeah, so we change it like 40-something% enough where they can't really send us a cease and desist. They probably could, but what are you gonna do?
Well, we have a game we like to play on this show that we usually end all shows with. It's called Hot or Not.
Okay.
Our producer, Jacob, has these topics for us that he will bring up. So if you want to play along, you're more than welcome to. We basically just say if they're hot or not. So, Jacob, I know you don't. Are you able to talk still? Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Hot or not? Talking animals.
Talking animals would
hot
be
or not?
talking animals, hot or not? My answer immediately would be so hot.
I don't know. If they all of a sudden just start talking, I'd be terrified.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Look,
thinking.
if I had like a week to prepare, so hot.
How do you
I feel like
prepare
we're underestimating how many random animals there are.
Well, actually, you know what? Because then they could really fuck shit up. Because then they could plan.
Yeah, I want nothing to do.
They can do that.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
is
think
true.
animals. I mean, we can't understand them.
No, but I'm saying
That's
between
awesome.
species.
Gotcha.
Cross-species planning.
Oh, so you think that random animals are just gonna?
And you think they're
Team up?
conniving then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Why is it immediately like animals can talk? Oh, they're gonna take over the world.
Why are they not fucking with us now?
Because
Because they can't plan.
yeah, they can play.
Isn't that basically
the same page for
Isn't that basically the plot of Planet of the Apes? Like they just too smart.
Okay.
I feel like they would just be like if they had the intelligence to talk and start planning,
Well,
So
that's different.
I'm saying not off rip because to form full English sentences, which is what I'm assuming, they would have to have a bigger brain. And then they would be like, what the hell is this? Why are there so many buildings? My grandma used to live here. Let's fuck them up.
Really? I feel like it would be like if Godzilla was real for us. Like,
oh, they would be scared.
they'd be terrified. We're fucking huge.
Yeah.
Not compared to all animals.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. I'm thinking at like a bug bird level right now.
Why?
I don't know. That's where my head went. There's more bugs
speaking
than birds.
of third party, are insects animals?
Oh, yes.
Well, they're animals.
Thank you.
I think any creature,
There's
reptile,
one of our shows-
insect, mammal are all animals.
One of our shows, the Sun Show that he's on, they all, except for one of them, think that insects are not animals.
What are they?
Exactly.
insects.
They say they're just
give a
bugs.
variety of different bad answers.
Are humans animals?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. That's what I said.
All right, this guy's crazy. Get him out of here.
All right, next one, Jacob.
Wait. What bread would you be?
Oh, yeah.
What bread?
Yeah.
I would be Dave's 21 grain bread.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's the
some
best
high-quality
bread.
bread.
Yeah.
That's the green one,
the
right?
wheat, yeah, green. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, dude. Dave knows his bread.
That's
They're like
the-
$8 for a thing, though.
Hey, you got to pay for
They're
quality.
elite. They're elite.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories, hot or not?
Hot. 100% hot.
Not.
Depends on the
I'm
conspiracy.
gonna go. I know. I'm gonna go not because more often than not, because the only reason why I think you're saying hot is because they provide entertainment for you.
Yeah.
And that's selfish because a lot of the time they're directly
Yeah, no, I'm
impacting
thinking,
somebody.
Well, it's hot or not for me. I'm not saying hot or not for like America.
I just think it's still not hot in general.
No,
I
dude,
think
I'm
I
here
think you're
for it.
outweighing.
Well,
I think
the question is, what is a conspiracy theory, right? Things that end up being true start out as conspiracy theories, and then,
True. It depends on the conspiracy theory.
Now, flat Earth, you're an idiot. But
Yeah,
besides
thank you.
that,
Yeah.
I think,
You called
there's
Johnny out.
Sorry, Johnny.
Sorry, Johnny.
Last one.
Succulents as planned.
Oh, succulents, fucking burning hot.
Yeah,
Surface
red
of the
hot.
goddamn sun.
I've never had a succulent to like
Suckle?
call my own. No,
There's
no.
a couple behind you that you could have.
I like succulents until they get too small. You know, like the little tiny ones. Like I'm fine with like these ones, size like this. But like I've seen like tiny cactuses like the size of like
You don't like those?
No.
Oh, I think those are great.
Really?
Yeah.
I kill those. That's what's funny. Like, I'm like, that succulents aren't supposed to die. It's like, yeah, not good.
So overwhelming hot.
Yeah.
They're hot. Yeah, I suppose I haven't had them, but
Can you at least look at one and go, that's
yeah,
that's
no,
a nice
I like
succulent
them.
there?
I like them, but I
Yeah.
just have never had to take care of them.
Yeah. Well, Bud, I appreciate you not
Yeah.
only hopping on, but
Yes.
also hosting us. This has been
Yeah.
fantastic.
Awesome, man.
Great
Thank you guys.
space.
Nice to see you, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Great answers.
Yeah, fantastic. Bud, we cannot thank him enough for letting us not only use this space, but also for welcoming us and
Yeah.
hopping on the show. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. And now we got the GM Cellbook, man.
Dude, guys.
Because we have to.
You guys have been killing it today, man.
Appreciate you. It's been a lot. It's a little. I think I'm feeling the pressure a little because my knees are sweating. But other
Your
than that, I
knees are
feel
sweating.
great. That's the only place that's sweating.
Why are your knees sweating?
I thought I would just share it with everybody.
That's the oddest place to sweat. Is your
The,
knees.
the top of my knees. I think it's
Oh
because
yeah,
this,
like maybe you're sweating in like the crevice.
No, not the
bottom
crevice,
of
it's the
your
top.
knee.
No, he said the top.
Yeah, it's the top.
Nah,
Like
dude,
your
that's
kneecaps are sweating.
Yeah, because my kneecaps are pressing up against
Why
this.
was I the only one smart enough to wear shorts?
Well, I'm going out later.
I don't know if
Fair enough,
that's like smart or just unfashionable.
Also, I have a deep-rooted fear of the camera seeing up my shorts because multiple times I've been told to wear longer shorts,
Yeah,
and
you
I only
show a
have
lot of
shorter
leg.
shorts.
I mean, you did wear some pretty short shorts earlier in the year. They were.
Not as short as the one Shawn's decided to wear on the Eric Gentry interview.
Luckily, he was covering.
They weren't
Sean.
short. They were just they rode up. That was the thing. Like, yeah, they're knee length shorts, but
Gentry loved those.
So, have you eaten anything? Where were you during this? Were you just watching
I was
us?
just watching you guys, man.
Nice.
Trying to get some guests for you guys. We got a couple of in-house guys, and then we got brought on Bud. This is a pretty cool event.
Yeah,
Right,
this
it's pretty
is dope,
man.
And it goes until what, 10, right?
Midnight.
Midnight.
Oh,
So if you're in the Phoenix area, definitely come down. 5th in McKinley.
Yep.
McKinley to, or it's on McKinley? No, McKinley to, what's the street north?
Fifth. This is fifth. I don't know. This is fifth. Roosevelt.
Yeah,
It's Roosevelt.
So
Oh.
come down.
Also, I had to answer this question. I don't know why anybody didn't answer this the correct way, but the only bread to be is wood-fired stone oven sourdough bread. That's it. That's it. That's the winner.
That's the number one
My
answer.
mouth started.
Well, no, but the question wasn't what's the best bread. I don't know if I
what would you
but I don't know if I deserve that. I don't know if I deserve the title
that's a
of
self-confidence
the best.
issue. That's
Well,
not my
clearly,
issue.
we work on stuff like this here on the Sun Devils show, and that's why.
Can I change my answer?
Sure.
I want to be Red Lobster roll.
That's I was just
Cheddar
thinking.
Bay biscuits.
I was
Yeah.
considering Cheddar Bay biscuits or Olive Garden breadsticks.
Yeah.
Or Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Yes.
Ooh.
Those actually might be the
But
best
do you
ones.
come with the butter?
You got to come with the butter.
No, they
man.
are. That is with the
I'm
butter.
just saying,
Yeah,
he's
come with
got
the
a
butter,
confidence thing. What if he's not confident to have
Even
the
but
butter?
those things plain are also good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'd be
they're
good.
pretty fire. So,
Well,
that's the only reason why I wanted to come on.
well, now that we got it going a little bit,
Sure.
Let's get into what we talked about before. Your rudest animal. What is it?
The what?
The rudest animal.
Rudest
if
animal?
animals could talk, what would be the rudest?
Oh man, it's got to be a Boston Terrier because they live with me and I fucking hate them. Like Cheeto is the worst animal in the face of this earth. He's the biggest asshole ever. Like he just is.
Well, anything else before we get out of here, guys?
Not that I can think of.
Come
Nope.
down. If you
Yeah.
saw the show, if you're listening,
Yeah.
and it's still Friday and before midnight, come
Yeah,
out here.
we're gonna
That
be
is
we're gonna be
live
out here for a
comedy.
while. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah, head over to gophnx.com. Get your first month for just 50 cents, or get an Ingram membership. Get a free T-shirt with that. Get some nice new T-shirts. We got a bunch of events coming up. So
Dude, we got buku events, but before we go, I do want to say give a shout out to Max. That was his debut on
Yeah.
any show.
I didn't
Max
I didn't
Simpson.
short sell it.
Oh
It
yeah,
was a
yeah.
big deal.
That was a big deal. So Max made his debut. He's the one that put our partnership together with OGs, who we absolutely love, and they've been great partners. They've hooked us up. We've hooked them up. They're awesome. And then obviously you guys met Bud, who put this whole thing together. So major shout out to those two, and then Jacob for dealing with you guys all the time. I mean, let's be real. That's a tough job. So.
It is.
But in reference to your point earlier, we got a Coyotes trip coming up, a full party bus, 50 people. It's limited capacity. You get to meet Josh Doan. You get a T-shirt. You get autographs, pictures, a good seat, ride to and from the game, food, beer. Like, what else do you want?
Baby?
Dude, and then the day before that, we have the NFL draft, big-ass party down at the Ainsworth. We got 5 former NFL players, actually one current one, with Byron Murphy going to come out, take some pictures and some autographs. But we also have Shawn Phillips, a former defensive end, all-pro for the Chargers and Broncos. We got Marcel Shipp, former Cardinal. And then we got our boys, obviously, in-house with Damian Anderson and Frank Sanders. So it's going to be phenomenal 2 days in the desert. And that's not even to mention that the Suns might be playing on the 28th if they should get to a Game 6 in the first round, which we hope they don't.
Yeah.
And those NFL players, cool, but Johnny's going to be shotgunning a beer and trying to redeem himself.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Needed
He's been
there for
training.
that.
He's been training.
Yeah, I hope he's been training because, man, if he takes one gulp and accidentally spits up, it's over. We are all roasting him for eternity.
Oh, my God.
You think Johnny's a flat earther?
Thank you for tuning in to the PHNX Sun Devils show outside this time. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deeve. You can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn_DePause. You can follow Totrig on Twitter at Anthony_Totrig. Follow Saul on Twitter at Saul_Bookman. It's been a pleasure as always. We'll be back on Monday to talk some everything that happened over the weekend. We got a big series coming up between both sports. It's gonna be a good time. So thanks for tuning in as always, and peace.